Coming up on Vegas Nation Blitz, the Raiders home opener was a Pittsburgh takeover. The terrible towels were out in droves as the Raiders fell short. Now the reeling Raiders are looking for answers as they prepare to take on the Chargers.
It's about putting it to action, figuring out what's wrong and doing something about it so that when we go out there the next time, it looks different. It's not supposed to just be a week of just talking about gotta go out there and do it. And, you know, that's the theme of this year is doing it, not just talking about it and figuring out what we need to do. We did all that last year. This year we gotta be about it.
Vegas Nation Blitz starts now.
Powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, this is Vegas Nation Blitz. Presented by D&R House of Diamonds, making luxury affordable. Located in the One Summerlin building in downtown Summerlin.
It was not home cooking for the Raiders on Sunday as they lost 23-18 to the Pittsburgh Steelers, but they have a chance to walk into the Chargers trap and take over. As you know, Raider Nation will be in the house in Los Angeles. So let's take a look at Sunday's loss and our top stories. Joining me now, as always, is Review Journal sports columnist Sam Gordon. And Sam, there is obvious frustration in the Raiders locker room. Guys like Davante Adams and Max Crosby are emphasizing the need for everyone to be bought in. But is it really an issue of culture right now? And is it too early to hit the panic button as they fall to 1-2?
Not the panic button, Dre, but the concern button. It's not too early for that. Right now, this is a Raider team, and I think to the point of Max Crosby and Davante Adams, there's not progress. There's not growth. There's not an upward curve right now. Right now, through 3 weeks, they can't run the ball. They're struggling to block for Jimmy Garoppolo, and defensively, not creating takeaways, not creating turnovers. So you have to question. It's fair to question the direction of this group right now and where things are going. Massive game Sunday with an opportunity to turn it around. I think the Raiders are going to have to show some progress, either offensively or defensively, to get more buy-in from everybody involved.
Well, so you talk about some of the offensive struggles. Obviously, some coaching decisions have to come into question as well. The big one, obviously, everyone's talking about it, that late field goal as opposed to going for a touchdown. They had 2 chances. There was a penalty that wiped away the field goal at the first attempt. A couple downs later, they're kicking it right again. Coach Josh McDaniels has defended his choice there and said it's not a lack of confidence in his offense, Sam, but the optics there aren't great.
They certainly aren't, Jay. I mean, he can say what he wants, but the choice to kick there is obviously a lack of confidence in the offense. This is Jimmy Garoppolo, quarterback that he brought in, him and Dave Ziegler, their hand-picked quarterback. Their offense, a lot of their own personnel, a lot of guys they brought in, and to not go for it in that situation is essentially conceding defeat. What would you have needed to happen is not only force a quick 3-and-out, but then go the length of the field again and score a touchdown, which, by the way, they were already in the red zone. So very head-scratching decision. We'll see if Josh McDaniels learns from it. Again, there has to be some kind of positive trajectory, Jay. That was an inexplicable decision on Sunday, and it potentially cost the Raiders a chance to win the game against the Steelers.
Sam, thank you for your insight. As always, we're going to go ahead and kick it out to Adam Hill with this week's Fast Takes.
It's time for your Fast Takes, and we start with Jimmy Garoppolo, who is working his way through concussion protocol. It's not clear if he's going to be able to play by Sunday, if he'll be through all of the stages of the process. It is possible, but the Raiders are preparing to have either Aiden O'Connell, the rookie, or Brian Hoyer, the veteran, start against the Chargers on Sunday. That is the biggest story of the week that will certainly be monitored leading up to Sunday. There's also the fact that Brandon Staley is taking a lot of heat. We talked about it already here. Josh McDaniels taking some heat as well for some decisions. Look, there's a lot of debates to be had, but there really isn't. The math is the math, and we'll have that story on Sunday. You can check that out leading up to the game in the Review Journal. One other story to keep an eye on, it's a John Carroll reunion this weekend. The Chargers and the Raiders both have a coach and a GM from the same small college in Ohio. It's a pretty fascinating story. There's 40 people around the league. We'll have that for you on Sunday as well.
D&R House of Diamonds is Las Vegas's elite private office jeweler, the perfect bridge between internet pricing and a traditional brick-and-mortar jewelry store. We specialize in loose diamonds, natural and lab-grown, engagement rings, fashion jewelry, custom design, and jewelry repairs. We operate by appointment in our beautiful offices in the One Summerlin building, downtown Summerlin. Our great relationships with the world's largest diamond wholesalers and our low overhead saves you hundreds, if not thousands, on your purchase.
Let's take a look at some key numbers from the Raiders' loss to the Steelers. 0. The number of rushing touchdowns the Raiders scored in the game, as the Raiders' run game continues to struggle. 1. The Raiders seemingly de-emphasized the rushing attack, as Josh Jacobs was the only Raiders running back that carried the ball. 3. How many interceptions Jimmy Garoppolo threw? 4. Jimmy G's jersey was clean for the first 2 weeks, but he took a beating in this one as he was sacked 4 times. 13. The total number of passes caught by Davante Adams as he saw a heavy workload with 20 total targets. 20 is also the number of combined passes caught by the duo of Adams and Jacoby Myers on 32 total targets between the both of them. 44. The number of pass attempts by quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo. Welcome back to Vegas Nation Blitz. We all know Davante Adams is good with his hands, and on Sunday he showed just that with 13 catches for 172 yards. But last Friday he also showed his skills as a handyman as he renovated his grandmother's house on Secret Celebrity Renovation.
The happiest that I've ever been has been doing things like that for other people. I get to use my position, in this world to bring blessings for other people. That's the most amazing thing for me.
This show features athletes and entertainers transforming the homes of someone who helped them along their journey. For Adams, that person was his grandmother Betty, who helped raise him.
A lot of the episode was focused on Davante getting his hands dirty. He got in there with a sledgehammer. He was jackhammering some concrete out, so he put some manual labor in and kind of bragged about it to his grandma. He also took them to a neighborhood park where he installed some exercise equipment there to kind of further the legacy there. So he kind of took the opportunity not only to kind of better his grandmother's life, but to also show people and give a glimpse of his life previously and what's looking like now with his family.
And while the result was less than desirable for Raider Nation, it was great to see all the fans and connect with all of you in person. And there are special moments that encapsulate what makes sports great. So I'd like to share with you all the story of a Raiders fan I met on Sunday who was wearing a Steelers chain for a very special reason.
They're representing, but wearing this, my brother passed away in May. May he rest in peace. Long time Steeler fan, Raider fans for life. That's right. I wear this in his honor tonight. The Raider win, may the Pittsburgh Steelers win, may the better team win. Amen. Rest in peace, my brothers.
12 days until the next home game, Raider Nation. If you see us out there, be sure to stop by and say hello. I thank you all so much for watching this week's edition of Vegas Nation Blitz. And as always, please head on over to vegasnation.com to read all of the great work from the team. For our crew, I'm Leandre Fox, and we'll see you again on Saturday at 7 a.m. for Vegas Nation Game Day.
Powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, this is Vegas Nation Blitz. Presented by D&R House of Diamonds, making luxury affordable. Located in the One Summerlin building in downtown Summerlin.